Just over. Maybe.
We got some patrons. They're checking out a boat. Let's go. This Canadian couple was my type of people. I may have let it slip once or twice that Angie was one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Guilty as charged, people. What can I say? Look at her. But Mike really knew his stuff and had obviously researched and thought a lot about what he actually wanted. Keep looking beautiful. Point at stuff. Oh, don't do it overtly. Oh my God, you actors are terrible. It was an absolute pleasure to show them around. Stick around for the interview with them at the end because it shows some important points from a very clever couple's perspective. But first, you'll have to get through the next 2 minutes of my drivel. You're welcome, people. You're welcome. One of the hazards doing this channel is I get taken out to lunch a lot, and then I have to sit next to very boring clients. Very boring and very unattractive. I think I'm making Angie feel uncomfortable because I think she's so beautiful. Mike is also good. I had to throw a few compliments over that way because, you know,
just to even it out.
Even it out. Yeah. But I must admit, I'm very good at. I've got a good what do you call it? Antenna? Barometer. I've got a good barometer when, you know, things are a little awry. So when I have given Angie her 13,000th compliment, I throw one to Mike as well, and I don't think he's like, you know, discovered the imbalance. Okay, gotcha. All right.
He's all about equality, people.
Exactly. That's what you see on Sailing into Freedom.
It's people.
It's the dedication to people's feelings and to making people feel comfortable, welcome. Sailing into Freedom.
People.
I hope you're wearing your boots there, people. It's getting pretty deep around here. I think this is going to be a patron-only episode. You know, I should have had the camera filming the whole time we're on looking at the boats because we were just, you know, Angie was making jokes, Mike's making jokes, I was making jokes. We were on fire, people. Of course, all lost to the ether. Never to be found, never to be
it's like it never happened.
Exactly. When I'm on my boat, I'm going to have all the cameras on.
And lightning never strikes twice in the same place.
Except in my bedroom. Lightning, yeah, damn straight. Well, I've been struck twice. I didn't tell anyone about the second time because I didn't think anyone would believe it.
Believe it?
Well, the first one knocked out almost all the lights, and the second one, which actually struck an island about 200 meters away, blew out all the remaining lights. So then I used Lucy lights attached to my head to cook and walk around the deck. All right, we're going to lunch, people. We've got the lovely Mike and the lovely Angie, who are patrons, and they've come to see, I was going to say they come to see little old me, but they've come to see the Odyssey 48, walked around. Do you want to just say a bit about yourselves, just so people have got some context?
Sure. Mike and Angie from Invermere, British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah.
Currently in Vietnam for about 3 months, and one of our reasons for being here is to check out the Odyssey factory and connect with Peter.
Okay, all right. And have you seen any other alloy boats out there?
Haven't visited any. We were tracking them all. Anybody that's building one, we're watching it pretty closely.
And what other boats?
We know that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
We know we want other.
But why aluminium? I don't understand. Well, actually, I do understand.
Yes,
I'm
you do.
playing dumb
Yeah.
for the audience.
Well, we're kind of firm believers that that this kind of boat is the kind of boat for us because it's very durable. It's going to be able to kind of weather the kind of stuff that we want to go through, and we want to be
peace
able.
of mind, right? Like we're not going to do.
When you say
we're
weather
not
the
doing
stuff you
crazy
go
stuff.
through, you're talking about you have family fights.
Yeah.
You know, you're throwing pots and pans and axes at each other.
We like
I've heard about you Canadians.
We like
You're tough people.
shallow water.
Okay.
And just we don't want to be thinking about potentially damaging a fiberglass boat. Notwithstanding the fact that fiberglass is just a horrible material for the environment, and at a minimum, you know, every boat has its impact when you build it. But aluminum is highly recyclable, so at the end of its life, it's gonna find a new life.
Yeah, it'll go somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so with respect to the Odyssey, what are the features that you are wanting? Well, actually, no, it doesn't have to be the Odyssey. What's a feature, or what are the features of a boat that you want? You said draft, low draft?
Low draft, lightweight, can perform, doesn't necessarily have to be high performance. But I mean, I guess fundamentally you want a boat with excellent sea manners, right? Something that'll take you through thick and thin. Everyone likes to see champagne sailing. The reality is quite a bit different than that. We want a boat that will perform well in all weather.
Yeah, okay. And you want to kick up rudders? That was a...
Yeah, I think about repairability when you're out in the middle of nowhere, and most things I like to do myself. So anything that can be fixed remotely, I want to be able to do that. Kick up rudders is a great example of that. Not having to yank a boat out of the water in order to work on rudders.
LA bloody Luda.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you save $2,000 a pop sometimes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Repair your props, repair all the cutlass bearings, whatever, you can do it. Wonderful.
Beach it.
Replace a
the bearing.
Yeah. It's an amazing thing. Now, it's been sort of one-sided on Mike.
Yeah.
Now, Mike is he's my type of character. He knows what he wants, he knows exactly what he wants, and it just so happens what he wants is exactly the stuff that I want. So we get along all good. We're going to try and get Mike and Angie on the boat, on my boat when it's ready, because they want to sail the boat first. Now, Angie, what do you look for in a boat? What are you after?
I think I'm like most sailing couples. Like I'm the one that's looking for more of the comfort part of living on a boat, and so I'm looking at storage and space. I'm looking at the aesthetics, like like the placement of the windows. Like, are they eye level? Are they too like all of that sort of stuff? We've already talked about a dishwasher or not a dishwasher, a washing machine. Sorry, I don't need a dishwasher, but like a laundry machine, a washing machine.
Yeah, we both want that.
Have you heard of a dive bucket and feet?
Not till today, until you explained it, and I have no interest in learning more.
Whose feet?
I'm not even going to Google it because I have no interest.
Okay.
Damn straight. And I could film that, and that's 150,000 views right there, people. Right there.
Start an OnlyFans.
By the wrong people.
OnlyFans doing laundry.
Yeah. You throw in you post your laundry to us, and we'll wash it with Angie's feet. You're looking at second-hand Garcia boats, you said?
Well, we looked at all the aluminum boats.
Right,
and,
okay.
And I mean,
what's your impression of the aluminium market?
well, there wasn't one up until quite recently.
till 2020.
I mean, Garcia's been around for a little while, but that is a very big, heavy, and expensive boat. So just like there's different horses for different courses. What we would look for in a boat is not that, right? We're not looking for something that's going to be a maintenance nightmare. That's going to be maybe perhaps a little large for a sailing couple to maintain on a daily basis. So we were looking for something a fair bit lighter and much smaller.
Do you remember what the size was and the weight? Is it the 18-ton one?
Yeah, it's just a lot of aluminum, lot of aluminum,
That's
and
right.
they're a very nice boat, but they have a very specific use case.
Yeah. It's another lagoon.
Yeah,
But alloy.
yeah, it's a recyclable lagoon.
What toys are you going to have on the boat, do you think?
Well, we're scuba divers, so we'll need that. We'll need the compression
Compressor.
Air
Yeah.
compressor.
air compressor
Yeah.
thing. I don't know what else we do. We
Nope.
foil,
Yeah,
so we'll need that.
we'll have to have some foil
We
toys.
need to figure out spearfishing. Peter's going to teach us how to spearfish.
Okay, here's your
Yeah.
lesson. You get the gun, you load it,
And
you
you
point,
shoot.
and you shoot. Now, if there's a fish on the other side of the spear, that's
Bonus-
even better.
bonus points.
Exactly right. You're welcome. You're welcome. What about the Portofino? Have you checked out that boat?
Yeah, definitely we have. It's
Impression?
What would you say?
It's really nice. It's a really luxurious boat. I don't know if it strikes the balance that we're looking for in terms of.
You mean it's a tub of lard condominium that will not sail to save your life? You're going to have all the luxury in the
More
world.
words, not mine. But something along.
I'm not
those lines.
biased, people.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, it's again a lot of boat.
It's-
There's a lot of weight there.
I think it's 19 ton or something.
Yeah,
Or-
it's a big boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to make somebody a very nice house. It's going to be a very nice house, right? We're also not looking for anything that's like extremely high performance. We don't, you know, if you can get 12 knots out of a boat, that's great. How often do you want to sail at 12 knots for 2 days?
Yeah, it's hard. It's
that's
hard. You don't necessarily want to sail it fast all the time. Sometimes it'd be good. But if you're in a shit situation and you need to get 200 miles away from a system, you know you can crank on this baby and get the hell out of there.
Well, the good part, from our perspective, about boats of a higher performance, not saying high performance, but higher, is that not only that scenario when you're trying to outrun weather, but you're going to sail more often in lighter winds, like winds that a lot of people are motoring in. You're going to be sailing in, right? And that's what we like as a sailing experience, is quiet. We don't want to run engines all the time. You have to sometimes. The lighter your boat is, the more performant it is, the more often you're going to have the sails up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And bad weather is usually less than 1% of the time.
Yeah.
And very light wind is predominant.
It's frequent.
Yeah, so if you have a light boat, yes, you're definitely going to be sailing more. That's a good point.
And how Odyssey is looking at distributing the weight across the entire hull, putting the tankage in the center of the hulls, it sounds like that's going to make for a nice even sailing boat without all the hobby horsing of some of the ass heavy boats that you see out there.
Thank you for being patrons, and thank you for coming to visit the factory and the Odyssey crew. It's wonderful to see you, and I'm definitely going to try my utmost in getting you on board. What's your whereabouts in April? What are you still on
Just
holiday?
outside the door.
Oh, excellent.
We'll be in line.
That's what I like,
we'll be
people.
queuing up to get on the boat.
Damn straight. And just to clarify, Mike, you're bringing Angie, right?
Right. It's Angie plus one.
Okay, gotcha. Got to get some views, people.
Yeah, right.
Poor Angie.
Right.
Been putting up with my rubbish all afternoon.